EVE Online is a video game by CCP Games. It is a player-driven persistent world MMORPG set in the science fiction space setting. Characters pilot customized ships through a galaxy of over 7,500 star systems. Most star systems are connected to one or more other star systems by means of stargates. The star systems can contain moons, planets, stations, wormholes, asteroid belts, and complexes. Players start the game by either selecting a previously created character or creating a new one. Each EVE Online account allows up to 3 characters. When a player creates a new character, they start by choosing one of the 4 playable races. Amar, Galanti, I'm probably butchering these horribly, Minmatar, or Kaladari. Each race is further divided into 3 bloodlines that give characters different predefined appearances, which can be finely tuned by the player. The game's primary mode of play is flying around in spaceships. Players can dock at stations where they are safe and can use station services such as to repair or refitting and buy and sell cargo. All space combat takes place in real time at sub-light speeds around 500 ms to 5000 ms depending on the ship's size. The player does not manually control their ship like in space combat simulators such as Wing Commander or X-Wing, and instead gives commands such as orbit, approach, or align to their flight computer, which does its best to comply. Similarly, weapon aiming is not done manually. Instead, the player locks onto an opponent and orders their weapons to fire. The result is determined through calibration based on factors such as range, velocity, weapons tracking, and of course, a random factor. Even though EVE started out in 2003, it's still constantly updating, and they keep coming up with tons of expansions and add-ons as they go on. They are just constantly updating the graphics, and it just looks better and better every year. Even though it bombed on its first launch in 2003, as it got better and better and more upgrades and upgrades, people loved it a lot more and more, and it got easier to get into. I thoroughly enjoyed playing it, at least. I found something out really cool while I was trying to play this game, and while figuring it out and doing research, I found out something that is quite, actually, I think, revolutionary in the way we'll play games in the future. A game called Dust 514, which is a console-based MMO FPS, is being built to integrate with EVE Online and within the universe. So, apparently, when we play Dust 514 within the PS3 console, we can call out to the people who are playing on the PC on EVE Online, and if they're on my team, I can therefore go, hey, I need a missile strike here, I need a bombardment missile strike here, I need a care package, I need a tank delivered, I need a jeep delivered. Everyone online on the EVE I have to rely on, so they have to put in their coordinates to fire where I want to go. But the fact that you can actually make a PS3 talk to a computer, to the PC realm, is just absolutely extraordinary, and they tried to do that back in 2005 with a game called, I think, Shadowrun, and it was okay in the way of gameplay, but the fact that it was the first one of the games where you could actually have PC players playing with Xbox or PS3, I actually believe it was just Xbox, but it can shows how technology is going to turn and how video games are going to integrate with each other, which I think is the way to go.
Shadowrun links Xbox 360 and Windows Vista players together for the first time.
Overall, although EVE is sometimes slow when I was playing it, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I wish I had more money so I could actually play monthly. But unfortunately, I've just bought Halo 4 and Assassin's Creed and every other game that's coming out for Xbox right now, so I definitely don't have the money for that.